I said it's their question. Leave me alone. All right.
All right, why is the crowd booing Sean Hannity on a Fox News program? Let's find out. Let's give you more from that clip.
I've known you almost 30 years. And people ask me and say to him, why does he have to fight so hard? Why doesn't he pick his fights a little more? Why does he have to call people names? And the only reason I think this is an important question is because I think everyone here tonight is likely voting for you, right? So, however, it's gonna come down to those people that maybe are in the middle a little more. And the argument that they make to me is, if he would just tone it down a hair, stop a little of the name calling. Hang on. I said it's their question. Leave me alone. All right. That it might help you with swing voters in that are needed for you to get over the finish line. It's already hard enough electoral vote-wise for a Republican to win. What do you say to them?
It's a good question. He cost him about 8 points in the 2022 midterms that led to losses in Georgia and in other states that were critical. That's why they didn't hold on to the Senate. Let's see if he had a good answer. Let's find out.
Okay, you ready? And I say this to everybody. I won an election that was unprecedented. We beat somebody that supposedly had it made, and they probably did things in that election too. They were shocked. But I came into office, and from the day I got in, I was under siege by people that have been in Washington for many years, put in there by many different presidents. In most cases, people that were against me, like they spied on my campaign. They did all sorts of things. I was under investigation and under siege, and so were my people. And if I wasn't tough, I wouldn't be here right now, I guarantee you that. If I didn't fight back, I wouldn't be here.
All right, let me shock the world. I agree with him. I think that the insults are overrated, like for how offensive they are. There's all of media says, "Oh, be civil, be civil." Why? Trump wasn't civil and he won. And when he frames it to a Republican audience, like, "Well, I'm gonna fight back for you, and that's why I'm uncivil," they kind of love it. So I say score 1 for Trump. Ben, what do you think?
I agree. He won, I think, almost entirely because of the insults. That's why I decided to run against the guy, because I thought we needed a comedian to beat a heckler. He doesn't have substance when it comes to policies. He says he can win a war in 24 hours, says he could nuke an entire country in 10 days. He says that he decides alone, he's the only one who can fix things. On the substance of what he says, he's absurd, but people love a fighter. They love someone who's gonna go in there and talk trash to the establishment. He claimed he was gonna drain the swamp. He just filled it with much more swamp water. But what he did do was talk like he was gonna drain the swamp. He talked a lot of trash, and people don't follow the actions of presidents really in office nearly as deeply as they follow the words they say, and never before as closely as Trump when he was on Twitter throughout his whole first term, telling us constantly what he was doing through tons of trash talk. That is how he wins. And so I'm not at all surprised that he's not gonna stop doing it. And I think you're right, he probably shouldn't stop if he has any chance, which sadly he does.
Jackson, what do you think?
Just real quick, that Lindsey Graham tweet is truly timeless when he said, if we let Trump come into this party, he's gonna burn it down, and he really, really is. But just gives more opportunities for progressives, so let's carry on.
All right, fairest show in America. Even giving Trump credit when he deserves it, at least in the political realm, certainly not in policy or sanity. All right, we got an amazing members only post game for you guys, and we're gonna talk about how conservatives say, not enough. We need to attack even conservative companies. Even they're too woke. A new Unreal boycott. TYT.com/join to become a member, or hit the join button below on YouTube. We'll see you there in a minute. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.